They say knowledge is power, but you need the wisdom to understand what this actually means. Welcome to the Decoding Health podcast. I am your host, Dr. Urban A. Kiernan. Each week, we will share the stage with renowned experts as we dismantle the black box of knowledge and unravel the complexities of science and its practical applications in our daily life. This show is committed to illuminating topics ranging from personal health and wellness to cutting-edge biopharmaceutical advancements and beyond. Let's get started.
So the last time we talked about the benefits of nicotine, I was hooked. I remember listening to the episode in my car and deciding, all right, well, if Dr. Urban endorses this, I'm going to try this. I think that the clarity of brain sounds great. You said if I'm traveling, it's going to be a nice boost for my energy levels and for immunity. So I went to CVS. I got the little stickers. I'm sure there's another word for those.
The patches.
Patches. And anyways, I put one on my arm and went on my way. And then I wound up getting incredibly dizzy. So I was like, all right, maybe it's just too much of a dose. I did I think 7.5 milligram or 7 milligram, something like that. So I cut it in half and then I put it on and I wore it for 24 hours. And I was like, I feel great. I don't feel jittery and I don't feel dizzy or anything like off. So I would do it. And you said, be sporadic with it. Do it for a week. Don't do it. Yes. I followed all your instructions. And it's not that now I can look back and say, wow, I feel so different or better in some way than I did before, but I didn't notice any downsides to it. So that opened my eyes to nicotine.
Sure.
But then the tables turned. I was at a concert and the Zyn representatives were there and they said, we're selling these for $1 for people. And I'd never tried it. However, our creative director, Sean, is addicted to nicotine in like every format. So you probably saw him on a vaping episode recently.
Yes, you did.
He went over, got some, and I was like, oh, I'll try it because I like the little patch, so I'll probably love these. This is a different brand, but this is what he had in his bag. So I'm at this concert, and I popped the thing in my mouth, and it was, I believe, 3 milligrams. And I swear the world was spinning. I felt like I was going to throw up. It was intense. And so I'm here to do it again, and this is a 9 milligram, so this is going to be really fun. But I need you to explain why the hell I felt like I was going to drop dead right then and there from said pack. And hopefully I don't on camera. Here we go.
Awesome. And so I've been really formulating my thoughts around this over the last several months regarding that. And before we kind of jump into it, I want to make sure that pouch is giving you the full benefit and effect before we sit down and discuss this a little bit deeper. But I wanted to clarify a few points regarding that previous episode. So when we did that episode, it was like literally 48 hours after Tucker Carlson's announcement of his own brand of patches.
Of these things.
Yes.
Not pouches. Pooches.
Pooches. Yes.
Right? Because the patch is the sticky.
The
pooch is the thing you put in your mouth?
Yes.
Is that what they're called?
It's a pouch, yes.
Okay.
But nonetheless, I was confused. And I thought he had made his own nicotine patches. And so I got confused. I got called out for it, rightfully so.
Every day for the last 6 months.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. If I say something wrong, everybody freaking call me out. I'll correct it at some point in time. But nonetheless, irregardless of the road of administration, I personally and many others are a firm believer regarding the benefits of when it comes to actual nicotine. And so again, the way nicotine works, nicotine as a stimulant is very different than caffeine. And people have to understand that, especially with the literature that's coming out and the benefit of the long COVID. I don't want us to get shadow banned. Because of the unique pathway and the actual virus that caused that. Everybody talks about the H2 receptors, and it uses that as the gateway into the cell. It also has affinity for the nicotinic acetylcholine receptor. And so the way nicotine works in terms of fending off that type of infection, it creates competition with those receptors versus the actual virus. And so it ends up with the ability to decrease viral replication just simply because it gives less entry points into the cell for the virus to turn around and take hold. Now, also by when nicotine binds to these acetylcholine receptors, which it actually binds 30 times stronger to these receptors than actual acetylcholine, there's a lot of these in your brain. And it makes your brain wake up. And so from the long version where there's a lot of brain fog, and this is where like if you end up having surgery and you end up with anesthesia brain, a lot of people get this from traveling and jet lag. This is a way of turning around and combating that. That is very different than caffeine, which is also a CNS stimulant, but caffeine works through the inhibiting the formation of adenosine. And adenosine is the molecule responsible for sleep. So all caffeine is doing is it's preventing your body from wanting to fall asleep. That's why people take caffeine to turn around and stay awake. So again, very, very different pathways. So it's not like, oh, I want to get rid of long COVID. I'm going to go and drink a cold brew.
Okay, let's get rid of the COVID. We should all be over that by now, right? Like, boo, boring. Is this going to keep me up at night? Is doing one of these things going to give me that jolt where I'm like, holy shit, I'm wired now?
And for a good portion of the population, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
How long does that last?
Well, it depends upon you. I can't sit there and speak about how long an effect of nicotine would be on an individual. I'm sure there's population studies, but you got to be careful with those population studies simply because a lot of that is based on the use of smoking.
Right.
And again, it's a very different route of administration because that nicotine is actually entering through your lungs. So let's turn around and talk about the difference between the patches and the pouches or pooches.
Let's, before I pass out on camera.
Okay, are you feeling it already?
Oh my God, yes.
Oh my gosh,
the world is spinning.
Spit that
No,
out.
I'm like really trying to hold on here.
Gotcha. And so here's the thing: this is a 7 milligram patch.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the lowest one you can buy?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Actually, I think there are 3.5 some places that turn around and make it. And if this is too strong for you, I've seen in the literature them cutting in half. Some manufacturers don't recommend that, but then again,
I've been doing it, y'all. Trust me, it's fine.
Gotcha. So nonetheless, in that you're supposed to replace this every single day, and so there's been a tremendous amount of study regarding the efficiency of these transdermal patches, meaning it goes across the skin in terms of administration of the drug. When it comes to nicotine, 68%.
I quit
Are you okay?
for the moment.
Okay. 60 to 80% of the nicotine in this patch will be dispersed within 6 to 12 hours.
Okay.
Okay. Decoding Health is proud to announce that it has established a partnership with Unicity International, the healthcare intervention company, on a mission to make metabolic health doable and accessible for people everywhere. Through this partnership, each and every one of you Decoding Health podcast viewers will get special access to Unicity products. This includes wholesale pricing along with a money-back guarantee. Ready to learn more about how to reclaim your metabolic health? Click on the link below and get introduced to the Feel Great system, a scientifically proven approach to boosting the body's natural GLP-1 production. Stop this GLP-1 receptor agonist craze and give this all-natural approach a try and start your metabolic health recovery now. When it comes to the pouches,
Yeah, it's about 4 whole minutes.
You will have 80% delivery within 20 minutes.
Gosh.
So you have to think about this as how much versus a particular time period. So even if that was a 9.
So I just overdosed in the last 5-10 minutes while we've been talking.
Yes.
Because normally I can only do a 3.5 sticker.
Over 6 to 12 hours.
Well, and I wear it for 24 and then I switch it to another one.
Yes. Yeah.
So I get like a long
Yes.
The first 6 hours being the most, and then it tapers off, right?
Correct. Whereas with you, the majority of
With
it happens
these.
within the first 20 minutes. So if you did a I think 3.5 is the lowest that you can get in the pouches.
Something like that.
Yeah. So if you did a 3.5 pouch, you are getting a higher dose of nicotine in that
In
pouch.
20 minutes.
Yes.
Then I would pretty much.
Well,
older
not
with
even
this.
not even with a 7, even with a 14, a 3 milligram or 3.5 milligram, you're getting more dose of nicotine versus what a patch can deliver, just simply because it's spread out over time so long.
Question.
Yes.
As I am like ready to vomit. If
I'm so sorry.
no, I think it's fun for the viewers. They're like, oh, this will mess you up, and it will. Can you get addicted to these things? I mean, the patch seems a little less likely to be addicted to, but these things, I feel like it's habitual. Like you're almost putting a piece of gum in your mouth,
and
then can your body be like, okay, like Sean does probably like 8 million of these a day.
yes.
So if he were to go the next day and not do any, is he going to be totally screwed up and like be craving them?
Yeah, and so for the record, anything can be addicting if you do enough of it. And so with the protocols that I'm following, where it's a 7 to 14 day, and then you take a break. Okay, the risk of being addicted to something like that is very, very low. Now, I don't know of anybody who walks around with nicotine patches
Just
in
like
their
glued
pocket,
all over to their body.
and they
covered.
sit there. People would look at you and say there's something wrong. The issue that we're seeing now with the pouches is you carry that tin around in your pocket and people don't know what to do with their hands. And it just becomes a habit. I'm putting one into my mouth. And so people wind up taking a higher and higher and higher dose. Dr. Paul Saladino, if you're familiar with him, he actually did an episode where he's talking about this, and he was interviewing a gentleman in which he was to the point where he was doing 1 tin a day. That, from a nicotine perspective, that's the equivalent of smoking 4 packs of cigarettes. So when it comes to it, nicotine, hugely beneficial. Recommended for very specific reasons as a part of your longevity type plan in order for you to be the best version of you. However, though, there's some level of responsibility.
Yeah,
that goes
don't
with
do
that.
what I just did. This
Right.
is not the best version of me.
Now, if you want to do pouches, that's completely and totally fine. That's your choice. But don't allow it. Well, if you get sick, obviously stop. If you get sick from these,
Cut it in half.
well, cut it in half. And also, like, not all skin is the same. Don't be putting these on your feet.
Why?
What-
I mean, not that you would think that would be a good spot, but like, why would that matter? Why does it matter where you put the sticker?
Well, it's predicated upon how quickly things can traverse the skin in that area. And your foot skin, just simply because we wear socks and shoes all the time, it's not as durable as,
Really?
oh yeah.
That's so surprising because I feel like my foot skin is the most hardy skin on my body.
No, it's like if you put it like on the top of your foot.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
you've had sunburn on the top of your foot and how badly that sucks.
I've never, but it sounds terrible.
It is terrible. It's worse than your shoulders, in my personal opinion.
Okay.
So nonetheless, it's,
What if you put the sticker on your stomach? Is that a weird spot?
I wouldn't think so.
Okay.
Okay. But nonetheless, it's like most people, they put it on their arm. Sometimes I put mine on my chest, back on my scapula. But again, I'm only doing it for a week.
Okay.
And then I'm taking the next 4 or 5 weeks on. Like last time I was on it, I was actually on my cycle where I was taking it. I'm not taking it right now. So
So for you, are you super strategic with it? You've got a calendar of when you're doing your stickers versus when you're not doing your stickers. Sorry, sticker's easier than pouch versus
Patch.
So
Gotcha.
sticker versus pouch. Are you really like this 1 week on, 1 week off? You know, how do you formulate it for yourself?
So personally, mine it's not regimented like that.
Okay.
I go off of by how am I waking up in the morning?
So if you're waking up groggy, like I woke up groggy today, that would have been a good time for me to probably put one on.
Yep. And then
Okay.
basically, let's support this for the next 7 days.
Okay.
And then, to be honest with you, from what I see in the literature, what I see anecdotally from other people, what I see in myself, I'm good for the next 3-4 weeks. I'm not going to go and be on a calendar. It's time to sit down
Right.
and do this. It's like, if my body's feeling great, I'm not going to perturb it. It's just,
Next question. I feel like when I do the sticker and I put it on too late, say I know I'm working out in the morning and I'm going to be gross and sweaty and then I'm going to shower and then it doesn't stick as well after that. So I'll put it on when I'm like home at 2:00. Sometimes at night, then I can't sleep as well, like say on the weekend.
Yes.
So then I'll rip it off and then typically I'll be able to like get to sleep. So do you think that it's best to like start with it in the morning and then take it off before you go to bed and then put a new one on in the morning?
so personal recommendation, put it on the morning, considering, 60, the majority of the dose is going to hit you within 6 to 12 hours.
Yeah.
There should not be a lot of nicotine by the time you go to bed that night
Okay.
going into your system. And then I just replace it the next morning. Depending upon, so I've tried multiple different brands and that stickiness of the sticker,
Yeah.
it depends upon which brand you go with. And so
I have the brand you have right in your hand at home.
this is the Kroger brand.
Oh, well, it's also the Walgreens brand.
Yes, yeah,
So-
the known, and I've never, like, I even wear these and do jujitsu, and I've never had them come off while working out. The name brand ones, like the Nicotine, which are the clear plastic ones, those seem to pop off all the time.
Oh, okay. I think I have a mixture of both then.
Yeah.
I've got some clear ones and I've got some that look like a Band-Aid almost.
Yes, that's what this
That's
one
the
looks
Band-Aid.
like. Yes.
Okay. So Band-Aid one, if you're at home and you're considering this, that one sticks better than the clear one.
That's what I found.
That's what I found as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the truth. You heard it here first.
Yes.
This is not medical advice, by the way. This is just talking about experience.
From editing to launch strategy, we help creators sound their best and grow faster. We're proud to be the nation's #1 podcast production studio. You can learn more at psstudios.co.
This is what we personally do, and again, there's a tremendous amount of literature out there. Go on to PubMed, turn
Yeah.
around and search for it. They're trying to utilize nicotine for Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's. We won't say the other stuff. Like there's
Right.
so many areas in which they're seeing benefit to the use of it. Just don't abuse it. Like
So we should actually be really concerned with our younger population, our high schooler kids and our young college kids who are using these similar to candy, right?
it's not candy.
It's not candy,
nicotine.
but I don't think the kids who are running around with these are taking days off. I don't think that they're limiting their exposure. They're just doing it, like you said, habitually, like, oh, it's a fun thing to do, right?
Right.
Kind of like the flavor smelly vape things. It's like, oh, the trendy young
Sure.
kid thing to do. But they could really put themselves at risk of becoming quite addicted to nicotine and overdoing it.
Absolutely, 100%. And again, tremendous amount of benefit if used properly,
And responsibly.
responsibly. If you're popping a new one in every 30 minutes, that is not responsible. And so that falls on the shoulders of the end user.
Even if Sean's doing 3 of these 9 milligram ones a day, that's a ton of nicotine flooding his system, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Right? So
Absolutely.
Still, I mean, that's probably not even advisable, is it?
Again, I can't give medical advice, but personally, would I do it? Hell no.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What's interesting too about the nicotine is my dad has been a smoker my entire life, still smokes, unfortunately. And we know that that's the worst way to get nicotine, right?
Yes.
He is addicted, he's quit, and then he's gone back because it's like his relaxation thing. But I will always say my dad is so mentally sharp that, like, of course, it's probably killing his lungs, but mentally, I feel like it's keeping him very much like acute, aware. I don't know what the right term is. When it comes to cigarettes, can you put it into perspective how much nicotine is in each cigarette?
Off the top of my head,
Yeah.
I cannot. All I know is from a route of administration through the lungs, it's highly efficient. So it's even
Oh.
more efficient than the oral mucosa. So whatever nicotine is there, even if it's a smaller amount of nicotine, more of it becomes bioavailable. Like with the transdermal patches, 10% of the nicotine actually gets trapped in your skin.
Is that bad for your skin?
No,
Okay.
it goes away
Got
after
it.
a while. It's just it doesn't hit your bloodstream, and so automatically, so off of a 7 milligram, 0.7 milligrams will never ever reach your bloodstream as a part of that dosing.
So the most potent way to absorb nicotine is through smoking.
It's
and,
through your lungs.
And that is the worst of the ways in terms of the downside the downsides of it.
Yeah, because the heavy
versus the
metals,
benefits.
the formaldehyde that you wind up getting exposed to. There's so many carcinogens that are within cigarette smoke. It's really, really hard. Now,
Are those in the pouches?
no.
Okay.
No, so again, I would much rather see somebody go and use a pouch versus smoking, but at the same token too, there is no free lunch. There is risk involved with that. You need to turn around and just use it wisely and responsibly, But for those of us who are just looking for an edge, personal recommendation is going with these. If it's too much, cut in half. If you need a little bit more, there's a 14.
Oh boy.
And honestly, personally, a friend of mine, he mistakenly bought the 14s and they were making him jittery.
Yeah.
And so I traded them here 7 for 7. And I've tried the 14s and I didn't have any adverse effect.
Do you feel like it enhances your ability when you're working out?
To be honest with you, I've never experienced that. What I just get is I get up faster. I'm on cue faster. And to me, that's the benefit I'm going for. Most people, if they want to work out and they need a jolt, they turn around and they take a pre-workout, which is the whole caffeine,
Right.
whole caffeine pathway. And again, if you're seeing a benefit in which you pop one on right before you work out and you're seeing a benefit to it, I'm not going to stop you.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any things that you needed to clarify that I did not ask you?
No, just wanted to go and just bring it forward that, there's the what Tucker Carlson was offering versus the patches. And then I really wanted to go and just make sure that, people understood there's a difference between
Each variation. There's such huge differences.
Yes. And then nicotine, it's a stimulant. Caffeine's a stimulant. Totally different pathways.
Okay, actually, this just reminded me of one really random last question. I was watching TikTok the other day, and a gal who's a bartender said, I totally recommend putting a Zyn in she was making a margarita. And I was like, that sounds so strange to me, but what do I know? So if you're taking and putting one of these pouches, it was like a viral video, so that's why I'm asking. If you're taking and putting the pouch into your cocktail,
Yes.
is it basically the same as like having it in your mouth, but then now it's interacting with alcohol, which is a depressant?
So I'm going to sit there and say yes, in which you've got this, it's like putting Red Bull, in your
vodka.
Okay. It's kind of like counteracting each other. I couldn't comment. I don't think there's probably any studies regarding the absorption of nicotine through the digestive tract, because that's not normally the way it's administered. Mm-hmm. However, though, being a chemist and understanding this, when people consume alcohol, it actually makes your pyloric sphincter between your stomach and your duodenum relax, and so you have faster gastric emptying. So you might actually be getting a faster hit of the nicotine through that administration route. But again, I've heard people are doing that. Again,
can you go home and do it and then report back?
All right, fine.
Yes.
I'll go and
All
I'll do it.
right.
I'm not a big
I'll
drinker.
do your liver challenge if you do my Zyn cocktail challenge.
I will do the Zyn cocktail, and maybe I'll have my wife record it, and I'll see what we come up
Cheers.
with.
I can't wait. Or you can bring your cocktail in. We'll do it together.
Hey, that's even
Cocktails
better.
on cam.
Hey, I'm all for
We're
it.
destroying health and decoding health. I'm just kidding. No, but I am curious because once again, if it's viral on TikTok, then all the kids are like, oh, cool. I'm going out to the bars in Scottsdale tonight. I'm just going to drop my Zyn in my
Sure.
cocktail. And I'm curious what your take is going to be on that.
So
I'll probably be dead, but it was fun knowing you.
you'll be fine. We'll go and we'll check it out, and then we'll report back to everybody.
Awesome. Okay, well, those are all my questions. Thank you for answering them.
You're welcome.